Hi everybody, Forata Live here with another Keyforge stream. This is my next cup match in the Australian Online League Season 2 Cup. It's a double elimination tournament. I've already lost one game, so I'm down in the losers bracket. Best of one each round, so you just got to win to stay in. Let's have a look at the game. So the deck I'm going to be playing with tonight for my cup game is Aguirre, the Loudly Muddy. It's been doing pretty well in the cup so far, just that one loss up front that dropped me into the losers bracket, but pretty happy with how it's been going. Okay, so looks like we're in business. My opponent's ready, so let's get cracking. So looks like I'm up against Favour Rocco Marjabet. It's a coated deck, Brobnar Logos Mars. I think I've played this deck before. It's the triple Battlefleet deck that I've come across before. Really nasty. Usually results in my opponent drawing pretty much their whole hand. So we'll see how things go. I'm going to need to pull something pretty special out of the bag, I think, here. I think I might actually keep that hand. Right, so let's get cracking. I think I'll probably run with Saurians, get the Philophosaurus out. So if I remember correctly, the way they played this last time, my opponent was to just play out plenty of Brobnar and Logos, do little bits and pieces, and then really looking for that draw into those big battle fleets, a big battle fleet turn, and end up drawing 20, ended up with like I think 25 cards or something crazy in hand. It really was quite mad. Now might actually switch to Untamed, try and get some value out of the Harmonia. Doesn't get me anything. Play the Molphin. I really need to race this deck, because once my opponent get those battle fleets moving, I'm kind of in a little bit of trouble. And that's one of my Nature's Calls gone, so they're usually pretty handy. What are my options here? So they lost brothers in battle. Okay. Just trying to run through my deck because I could really do with some different cards coming up. Nothing great so far. Probably should be focusing on one main house rather than switching between the two, so there's the Bumpsy again. Okay, so I'm on 4 amber, but I think they're in a bit of a stronger position with the mother out. Just struggling to deal with that at the moment. Okay, finally some potential protection. So wild wormhole into phase shift. Okay. On a Logos turn. I think this is definitely looking tricky. I've got a very strong position on board. Okay, let's see if I can do anything nice here with the Saurians. Should have put that on the Shrix. That was a misplay. I should have exalted the Shrix to get the extra amber. That's not a good move given the situation I'm in. Very frustrating. That was a cock up there. Yeah, definitely proving tricky. So they're going to go after the Brutodon Auxiliary. Didn't want to make it too huge a target by exalting and picking up the other amber, but I'm sure they'd be keen to go after it. More going into the archive. Right, here we go with a big Mars turn. Yep. Play another battle fleet. So because of the way they draw and then draw into more Mars and then draw again, so what are they up to there? 23 cards in hand. It's a bit like a machine. Okay, so they've drawn their entire deck. Really pretty good. So I think this is probably game over already, because I've just not got far enough ahead before all of this happens. One of my tributes has gone through, I've got the other one in hand, but really unless I draw into something big and you know, one of the 6 Sempers or something, I'm in a bit of trouble. Run out of cards. Okay, 14 amber. Wow. Now, am I going to get to forge? So they get me off check just by looping the those cards, because they're discarding and then using the battle fleet to redraw them. So it's a pretty nasty loop. at some point I guess there'll be a bit of a rule of 6. Okay, my turn. And of course the problem really is that they can just wreck me. So the problem is really they can play a massive turn in any house. But let's get rid of these for starters. Not really cycling my deck, that's the problem. Yeah, definitely a problem. And not a big enough board to kind of dominate them. So I think that's gonna put me, I guess I can take 4 off them. Crump, okay. Khaleesi Dragon, nice. Yep. What to do? Nothing really, other than just watch. Really well played. So I get a consolation forge, but my opponent's on 20. So and this is a good deck that I'm playing with, so it's not like this was something dodgy. And there was the 6 Emperor, so that would have been one of the only ways to try and get anywhere, but even that wouldn't have been enough. It would have been a bit of a swing, and I guess the problem being they've got the strongest creature on board. Okay, so that is the cup run over, and pretty trounced there in that game. I got a consolation key at the end, but you know, when your opponent ends up drawing their entire hand, there's very little you can do to come back. But you know, well played by Palmer. As I was just saying in the chat to him there after the game, as soon as I saw his deck, I remembered the match I played against him last season in the Australian Online League, where he pulled off something pretty similar and ended up with 20 plus cards in hand. And I think, you know, he plays this deck really well. being able to recur a battle fleet, Squawker, and some of those other key cards once he'd got the Mars out on board was just massive, and just kept topping up his hand with anything that he'd discarded. So that was a huge Mars turn, and really no way back. I think against that deck you've got to get a super fast start, you've got to dominate on board, you've got to be able to deal with the Brobnar and the Logos, and I just didn't have anything like enough strength early on to deal with it. So well played, Parma, and good luck for the rest of the cup. Hope you go all the way. It was a fun game. Hope you've enjoyed watching it. If you have enjoyed this video, please do hit the like button, please do subscribe to the channel. Got loads of other great Keyforge content on here. You can also follow me playing these games on Twitch, so do follow me there as well. Thanks for watching.